So I just wanted to provide additional information for these disputes. I wanted to be on the record to say that I find it very nonsensical that all of these disputes were able to happen and you guys put all this money on hold for not a product. This was not a product. This was for software development services for this website right here, tcity.com. So this is a website that is owned by the client, Dino Dispute. So now I have already showed you guys all the conversations for T-City between me and the client and our company of Dino Dispute. I haven't obviously showed you every single conversation, but I think I've given you enough information for you to see that the client willingly engaged in software development services, but not a product, services for software development between him and my company. And we had several conversations. We were working on his website, T-City, this website right here that the client is using. So you can see all the disputes he put in. You can see that he put in disputes and you guys let him dispute things all the way back from December 18th. So tell me, what I want to understand is if this product was unacceptable for December 18th, then why did he pay this next $2,000 invoice on December 26th? Why did he pay this next invoice for $1,000 on January the 1st? Why did he pay the invoice after that on January the 11th for $1,000? Another $2,000, another $2,300. If these products were all unacceptable, which is not a product, it's a software development service. If this is all unacceptable, why did he continue to pay all this money and not go in and actually make a dispute until 5/31? All right. So 5/23, he made this first dispute. Our last payment that we charged him on was for Q13. All right. So February 13th was the last time that this client has actually paid, and you guys have allowed him to go in and actually dispute everything and take the money back for software development services. So I've showed you this document that I'm compiling for you even more as we speak right now to give you the evidence that this is not a fraudulent charge. This is not a product unacceptable because it's not a product. It is a service that we've actually provided for the client. So you can see the code. The last time that we updated the code was on February 9th and February 20th, which correspond to these dates. So you can actually look. Here is T-City backend, and I showed you two different projects that we worked on for him. So I just want to make sure that I'm on the record, because if you guys put this in favor of him, I'm going to take this to small claims court, because this is a service that he purchased and a service that was delivered to him, a service that he is actually using on his website right now. We built this website for him. All right. So you can see all the code that we actually gave to him. This is just one branch of the code. You can see all the code that we're actually releasing every single day. We're releasing different code. We're writing different code. Look at all the code that we're writing. We're writing all this actual code. So I want you guys to see all these different codes that we're writing. So you can see this was January 15th, all these different codes that we're writing. You can see all these different codes that we're writing. You can see all these different codes that we're writing. And this is all just in one project. And like I said, I showed you that we had two different projects that we were working for him on. Here's the other project, this other T-City project right here that we're also working on, that we also worked on him for. You can see back in January. So this is not a dispute for a product. These are services that we provided him. We provided him with the service where we wrote all this code. So if this code is unacceptable, then he should not be using it on his website. He should not be allowed to use this code on his website if he's going to dispute the payments and try to get the money back. I also don't think it's fair that he can go in and dispute, payments that, I mean, I don't understand how you guys can even accept this as a product unacceptable dispute, where he's saying that, hey, none of this was acceptable, none of this service was acceptable, but I just continued to pay. I just, paid this $2,000 and then paid this $2,000 and then this $2,000 and then this $2,000 and made all these other payments, even though it wasn't acceptable. It's completely ridiculous what you guys have done here. So here's my proof that you guys wanted. Here's a proof of submission. So I'm going to give you a link to this video inside this document, and I'm going to be submitting this document with my evidence.